My GTA chums, these are the two supercars that are new to the game with the latest summer DLC, the Torero XO on the left hand side and the LM87 on the right hand side. They're both pretty quick cars, and just bear in mind that you've got this nice forged look to the Torero XO, which I didn't reveal during my customization video because the livery covered it up, but that's what it looks like. It looks great, but both cars look great, or maybe you think one is ugly or the other is beautiful, whatever, but this video is all about performance, so we're going to do a drag race first, then take them to the track and see which one will win out. Let's go. Here are LSIA Classic. The XO is accelerating away from the LM87 at a hell of a rate of knots, so we're getting on this straight nicely. Both cars have been smashed a couple of times. I've done this race a few times. XO wins there by a couple of seconds. That's 16 seconds rather than 18 with the LM87. So that shows that it's faster, eh? So let's try them on the test track. Straight away, taking a wide corner with the Torero there, suffering from the wheel slip. Not a problem for the LM87 on the right hand side. Sticky wheels are allowing it to get around those corners nicely. It's got a slight bit of oversteer. Oh, this is best lap, and I went through water. I didn't realise that on the LM87. It goes even faster if you don't go through water, because that gives a little bit of slip and can give some wheel spins and allow it to spin out. But if you're on a dry track, the LM87 it dominates, at least with regards to cornering speed, whereas the Torero it's slipping out quite a lot. But nevertheless, they're both pretty damn quick around this track, and they're not far off each other. But a couple of seconds, there we go. So, the LM87 won that race by quite a large margin as well, with 52 seconds decimal 37. Now that is a world record. It's my record for the test track, which is a short test track. Doesn't quite take into account top speed as much, and I think that's why the XO, the Torero, won so hard with the drag race, because the Torero is better at accelerating and probably has a better top speed. But you can't ignore this for the track, because the Torero got 54 decimal 27 on the test track. So therefore, this is better in a short track, with lots of turns. Lots of turns is the main thing. But I suppose when it rains, it does start to slip a bit, so you're not going to get those corners as crisply if you're on a wet track. So on a wet track, I probably would choose the Torero XO. But how did it compare to the others? Well, I suppose the Krieger is still number one at the end of the day, and this particular car, the LM87, I'd say it's similar to the Anis S80RR. It looks like it, and it's pretty much the same car in many respects, just a bit faster basically, and you can tell that by the track times. But you're only talking fractions of a second, so probably not enough to make you go out and purchase this over the Anis S80RR. So yeah, that is the LM87. So what about the Lamborghini then? I'd probably still say the LM87 is probably better, but let's have a look at the Lamborghini, shall we? Well, the Lambo, the Torero XO, what about it then? Well, it's faster in a straight line, but it doesn't corner as well. It's got a bit more understeer. Well, actually, it's more like slip on the tyres. It doesn't have the grip compared to the LM87. And the reason why the LM87 is probably slower is to stop it from absolutely dominating every racetrack, because you're going to get more consistent lap times with the LM87 than you are with the Torero XO. But the Torero, if I'm honest, the Torero XO is probably going to win on the longer tracks, where it can start to pull away with less turns. And also, you might think it looks better, I don't know. They both cost 2.9 million though, so I mean, I've got both, but I've also got the Ignis as well. So is it better than the Ignis? I'd probably say not, because looking at the test track times, the Ignis is 52.41, whereas the Torero XO was 54.21. Sorry, 27. I think I can improve on that, but I think the problem is the slip on the tyres. I think if I worked hard, I could probably get down to 53, perhaps. Maybe I'm ambitious there, but I think overall the Ignis is going to be more reliable track time wise, and it's going to be better in most scenarios. So I'll just stick with the Ignis. Obviously, in this game we have HSW. None of these cars are HSW, so that is the other factor to consider. So if you have next gen, then obviously for racing you're not going to choose either of these cars, but in the future you might be choosing one. And to me, I kind of hope it would be the LM87, if I'm honest, because I hope that's the one that they speed up with HSW, because that could just absolutely destroy everything. And, you know, it would be ultimately the best, because it just corners like it's on rails, ideal, you know, with a bit of oversteer. Whereas this, it understeers. Even though it's got all-wheel drive, well, it is going to understeer with that. But I think the understeer is because of the slip. So yeah, which one would you buy? Which one would I buy out of the two? I mean, I'm still thinking it's the LM87, but the reason why I buy this though is for fun, and it's got 2 seats as well, so you can put a chum in, and you can pull the bumper off. Customization wise, it's a little bit better because you can take the bumper off basically. Oh come on, and I think it looks a little bit prettier in a way, but it doesn't have that not Formula 1 car, Le Mans car in-car feel if you go for the internal look. So overall, yeah, it's a very difficult one. They're good for different reasons, but none of them, I don't think, none of them are at the top of their game unless you're talking kind of cornering skill, and then it's the LM87. For me, if you already have the Ignis, there's no reason to purchase this really, for customization probably as well, except for the bumper removal. That's the only thing it kind of offers, and it's more slippy. So anyway, yeah, that are the cars in a nutshell. I'm preferring the LM87. What do you prefer? What do you think about these cars? Drop a line in your comments saying how slow the LM87 is, by all means, but it's not slower in a short test track with lots of corners. Thank you very much for watching, and do like and subscribe if you found this uber useful. Have a great day.